Hey, my Padawans, what's happening, bro? Happy Friday night, wow. I had to talk about this. This is the biggest news in the Star Wars universe when it comes to fans, the movies, Lucasfilm. I don't know if you guys heard, it's all over the news. Kathleen Kennedy is leaving Lucasfilm. She's stepping down. And there's a celebration with a lot of the fans. Everybody is happy. They're all having a good time. Tonight, they're having a big party. It's everywhere. Look it up on Variety, on Facebook. It's all over the news sources. Kathleen Kennedy is finally leaving Lucasfilm. Now, I'm not the typical Star Wars hater, but I am going to have a shot of Crystal Head vodka just to celebrate, okay? Check this. So, I got my Crystal Head vodka right here, and this is just to celebrate, okay? Celebrate the retiring of Kathleen Kennedy from Lucasfilm. Cheers, bro. Still got plenty left. I don't know if I'll last through the night. Salud. Oh. Oh. I'll save some. I'll save some for the video. So, listen, I never been a Kathleen Kennedy hater. You know me, I never talked about Kathleen Kennedy. I've always said that Disney has some good shows, some good elements in design, good special effects, good actors. What sucks is the directors and some of the actors. Andor is one of the best Star Wars series of all time on Disney Plus. Saying that, I did cancel Disney Plus while I was living in 1984 because there's nothing to watch. Now, as you know, Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney with Bob Iger, and he passed it down to Kathleen Kennedy as the president of Lucasfilm. Okay? So that was not her fault. That was George Lucas making a huge mistake. So as much as I love George Lucas, I blame it on him, man. You don't leave Star Wars to a woman. I'm sorry, women don't understand Star Wars, man. What the fuck's wrong with you, George? Well, he's married to a black girl now, so whatever. You know, I love George, but he has made some bad decisions. So, I think it was 2012, or was it 2010 or 2012 when he sold Star Wars for, what was it, $4 billion to Disney? And, so Kathy was just doing what she always did. Okay, Kathy was just picking a director and let him be, let him have the creative liberty and the creative process to do whatever they want. That's also her fucking mistake. That you don't want to oversee or even read the scripts or go over all this stuff, and you just let the director do whatever he wants. Like fucking J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson, who are fucking stupid idiots. So this is not her fault. She's just a producer. She's a Hollywood producer. Now, I don't know why George Lucas decided that she was a good pick, but I'm thinking, they did work with Steven Spielberg and with her for many years, so I'm thinking they had a relationship. Maybe they were fucking, okay? Maybe he owed her a favor. And then George Lucas went very woke. Okay, George Lucas went so fucking woke. You know, he had like gays in Star Wars. You know, well, he didn't, but when Disney came around and they went to George Lucas and they said, hey, should we have a lot of gay people in Star Wars, or a lot of black people in Star Wars, or, you know, or all these people, all this woke shit in Star Wars? Like, yeah, sure, whatever. But he didn't care anymore because he sold it. He made the money. So I'm sure when Kathy called her, when Kathy called him, it's like, hey, George, you know, should we hire this lesbian actress to be in our show? You know, Ahsoka? He's like, yeah, sure, who cares? You know, because he doesn't care anymore. He's not writing anything. They threw away his script for the trilogy. He did hand over the script to her for the new trilogy, episodes 7, 8, or 9, and Disney decided not to do it. They went their own way. They hired J.J. Abrams, the biggest fucking hack in Hollywood. See, now I'm getting angry, but I'm not. Let me have another shot, bro. Cheers. May the force be with you. Whew. If you haven't tried the Crystal Head vodka, I suggest you go buy it. So, you know, everybody thought that J.J. Abrams was going to be like the next Steven Spielberg or some bullshit. That he was like, you know, amazing and incredible. But he's a fucking idiot. He basically did the New Hope with a woman. He replaced Luke Skywalker, turned her into a girl, and he fucked everything up. So, is this Kathy Kennedy's fault? Or is she just doing her job? I think it's just part of the director's fault and the scriptwriter, and not entirely on Kathy Kennedy. Now, I will tell you, I follow the Star Wars world, and there's a lot of haters for the last 10 years on fucking YouTube that said that Kathy was gonna quit every single year. Alright? Like Mike Zero, like Theory, like The Critical Drinker, like all these losers who think they know Star Wars, right? They're like, oh, Kathy, we have sources in Lucasfilm that say Kathy's gonna quit this year. She's, you know, after every show has failed, she's gonna quit. And this was like, and they kept making videos, guys, and they got views, they got money out of this stuff, like pretending that they knew something, you know, that Kathy was gonna leave. Like, they were saying she was gonna leave last year, 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020. Every year she was gonna quit and leave because she was shamed and nobody liked her at Lucasfilm, and she was disappointed and she didn't have nowhere to go and whatever, blah blah blah. It was all bullshit. So Dave Filoni is gonna be the next head of Lucasfilm, and he's taking over. And if you guys know my history, if you watch my channel, you guys know that I met Dave even before, when he was promoting the Clone Wars, the show, at the Comic-Con, and he was there, and there was nobody there, because nobody knew who the fuck he was, right? When was the Clone Wars? Was it 2008? I think it was 2008, 2000, maybe 2006, 2006 to 2008, and so Dave Filoni was there, and I went up to Dave, and he hooked me up with a bunch of cool promotional stuff for the Clone Wars, and I got to meet all the actors and the people from the Clone Wars, the voice actors, and I talked to Dave for like an hour and a half. We talked about Star Wars, we talked about all this stuff, about how much people hated the Phantom Menace and how the fans were toxic, because the fans are a bunch of fucking assholes. Okay, they attacked Ahmed Best, you know, the guy that played Jar Jar. They went after Jake Lloyd, the guy that played little Anakin. If they don't like you, they'll go after you, and they fuck with you. And this is what they did to Kathy Kennedy. I don't know if they ran her out, but I think she just is tired of it. It's like, maybe I just keep making bad decisions because I'm a woman, and maybe we need a guy that actually knows Star Wars in here. All right? So, let me Let me have another shot, guys. This is, I don't know if this is sad or I should be celebrating, but I do trust Dave Filoni. He does know Star Wars. I mean, he made Rebels, he made the Clone Wars. Ahsoka was really good. Okay, he didn't work on Andor, but they are gonna, he did The Mandalorian, and I'm not too crazy on The Mandalorian. There's some good parts. The movie's coming out. Dave Filoni knows Star Wars because he sat down with Lucas. Lucas was his mentor, and he taught him everything about storytelling. So Dave Filoni is a good storyteller, okay? I'm not gonna lie. Salute. So everybody's happy. All the Star Wars fans are happy that Kathy is gonna leave. That she's out. But it doesn't matter anymore to me. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care that much. I'm still a Star Wars fan. I'm a fanboy. But at the point of my life, I understand that all the books that I have, the expanded universe and the comic books, are non-canon. They don't matter anymore. I know that Star Wars ended, okay, with Return of the Jedi. I know that. That's in my head. Okay? So the prequels were great. They were amazing. I love episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3. But I know that Star Wars ended, okay, with Return of the Jedi. The story of Anakin Skywalker. The story of Luke Skywalker. I hated the CGI Luke in The Mandalorian. I fucking hated that shit. It's basically AI Luke. Okay? It was like AI Luke in Ahsoka with Grogu. And I hate where Disney is going with all these AI shit, because that's what they're doing. They're not really using CGI. CGI is hard work. CGI is drawing on the computer. A lot of these companies now are using artificial intelligence to create scenes, and they're tricking you with the eye, okay? So I really hate that. I hope they don't start doing that. Hopefully we still have Duke Chang, the concept artist for Lucasfilm, and we have John Knoll, the CGI artist, and we have some of the originals working there, okay? I think the puppet guy retired, and then you all know that Frank Oz is out, and a lot of the original guys are out. The only one left standing is George Lucas, and he's getting really old. So, and he has nothing to do with Star Wars anymore. Okay, so Kathy Kennedy was just a producer. She had no creativity in her. She didn't make decisions. She's not a writer. Okay, she didn't write any of it. So you can't blame her for bad shows. Okay, what she did is she went fucking woke and she started hiring all these gay directors and gay lesbians to do Star Wars. And she hired a team of women to do Star Wars. And fucking women don't know Star Wars. I'm just telling you that. Okay? I know women better than anybody. Check out this cool Crystal Head Vodka shot glass. Now this is based on the Dan Aykroyd, the crystal skulls, down in Peru that were found of aliens. Aliens are absolutely real, and I've seen them and I met aliens. That's another topic though. Anyway, am I happy that she's leaving? Yeah, because, if you keep making bad choices, you're picking the wrong director every time and the wrong writers and you're just not very good at it. You're not very good at it. But it's not her fault. That's what she was hired to do. But then again, Lucas also is to blame for walking away and taking the money. But now he's doing his museum in LA, which I will go visit and I will make videos. I think it opens this year. the George Lucas Museum in downtown Los Angeles. It's his, it looks like a spaceship. Him and his wife have designed it. He's gonna have all his collection there, a collection of comics, books, artwork. And, but George Lucas is the one that went woke, for real. I mean, the guy married some ugly black girl. What the fuck? He got all the money in the world. You got $4 billion to $10 billion and you marry an ugly black girl. What the fuck is wrong with you, Lucas? Jesus. Anyway, this is it. Kathy, I don't know if she leaves tomorrow. I don't know if she already packed her desk. But she probably won't be there Monday. And they're working on Ahsoka Season 2. Which I am excited about because they're going to have some of the Rebel characters. Rebel is the Rebel cartoons from the that Dave Filoni worked on. Now, I haven't talked to Dave Filoni in a while. Last time I talked to Dave Filoni was maybe 4 years ago on a text. But we're not like best friends or anything. We know each other a little bit, And I appreciate that he's a Star Wars fan. A real Star Wars fan. We took a couple of pictures together, and he appreciated that I was honest with him, because I did tell him that there was some stuff that I didn't like, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff going. I'm sure there's somebody out there on Lucasfilm going crazy, and people are getting fired, and people are quitting because the woke is out. That's it. Woke is out. At least it is going to be at the headquarters at Lucasfilm, because they understand that it's not us, it's not the fans that are toxic and masculinity toxic, and it's not us. They're trying to blame us because we don't like some other shows, but it's not our fault. They're bad. Some of them are bad, and they blame it like the Acolyte. Okay. I like some aspects of the Acolyte. I like some of the Jedi. I like Soul. I like Yardo or whatever. The Wookiee. There was some good stuff in that show, but when you have two lesbians and lesbian witches in there, and you make it all about the color purple, and you make it really gay, you start to lose your audience. Okay. Because Star Wars was never about being gay or lesbian women. Like now in these shows, like in the Ahsoka episode, like the girls were in love, like Sabine was in love with the other girl, and Poe Dameron was gay, but for Finn, and they're like, come on, dude, who needs that? And they have the kiss, like two women kissing at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. And the only reason I've never been to the Star Wars land is because they have this gay black girl running around that she was never in the movies, and she's the main star of the attraction at Disneyland. So it's fucking woke as fuck, and I don't like it. I don't like it. The Star Wars was about family. It was about God, about the Force, spirituality. Making the right decisions, right and wrong. It was very polarized. You had the black, you got the red and you got the blue, right? So you knew who were the bad guys and who were the good guys. And the black guys were, Darth Vader was wearing black and Luke was wearing white, right? So it's like it was very clear. Now you have a lot of gray stuff. Like you don't know who's bad guy. Like Andor, is he like a good guy? Is Cassian a good guy or a bad guy? You don't know, right? So, and a lot of the women in Star Wars, you don't know you don't know if they're lesbian or not lesbian, whatever. It's a mess. It's all screwed up. But that's because Kathy Kennedy decided to make it all about women. The Force is female. They had the T-shirts. And like, the Force is female. Like, the Force is not male or female. Don't be a dumbass. What the fuck, dude? Anyway, Kathy Kennedy has quit. They didn't say it like that, okay? They said that she's walking away and she's retiring or whatever. But basically she quit, or she was fired, or something happened that we don't know about. I'm sure there's going to be tons of videos by all the fans that, you know, lied over the years. Again, every year you got a video of this idiot saying that she was going to get fired. And she never got fired by anybody. All right, so that's the news. That's the Star Wars news. I just thought I'd talk about this because I haven't made a Star Wars video in a while, and this is huge, huge Star Wars news. Okay, this is huge. Kathy and Dave Filoni, I trust him. Let's see what he does. Let's see where he, you know, as a precedent, you have to make decisions. Say we're gonna hire this guy or we're not. Okay, so please don't hire J.J. Abrams. Okay, please. Get somebody else. Look around. Take your time. Don't just hire some idiot because he had one successful movie. And please don't hire any Marvel director. Please. Okay? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys soon, and may the force be with you. Bye. Happy Friday.